Well, a buddy of mine come over and I was showing him how the headlights and everything work, and I turned on the headlights and they come on, and I stepped on the dimmer switch and they went out. The end. So I'm going to be back in there digging around in wires trying to find out, but I'm just not into it right now. So I was looking at that. It's supposed to have a guard over it, but I can't run down to Canadian Tire or Lordco and get one of those. So I have to make one. So I kind of come up with a little bit of measurements there. Made a one out of Cheerios, something like that. And then I found a scrap piece of metal laying around over in the back there that I think when I straighten that little guy out there, that's going to be pretty close enough, I think. Yeah, really, really close enough. Look at that. Huh. Alright, that's why I keep junk. No, that's not gas, that's water. It rained last night and there's dips in the floor. Still haven't got the headliner back in. But we're getting closer every day. Now that little piece hammered down, and I fit that on there. Look at that. If it was any closer, it's like bizarre close. I got that all traced on there along with the bendy lines. Now I will just chop it out of there. And there you have it. After some noise and sparks, I got her chopped out and just got to bend it up now. I'll have a look after it's bent up. Well, that's my makeshift metal brake. Just clamp it on there, hammer it down, bend her over. Just got to bend those little flaps out now, and this guy down. So re-clamp it and bend those down. Well, there you have it. That's bent down. I think I'm just going to tack weld that a little bit. The flanges are out. Sits nice. And that's the way it sits up in there. So, yeah, well, so wheel the welder over closer and zap that together a little bit. Well, just as I promised, there it is, zapped together. One whole piece. Yeah, good. Clean it up and throw some paint on it. Well, it got a shot. I'll let that set up a little bit, and then I'll hit it with some satin and can go screw it into place like it was supposed to be. I really like the way these screws go in. Just like that. There we go. I'll throw a little bit of satin on her. And there we go. I had a couple pieces of old carpet runners and stuff laid in there. Down the noise a little bit and protect everything. Yeah. So we tried to fit the headliner up in there, and it didn't fit worth a damn. All that work I put into it was a waste of time. But I gave it my best shot, and that's about all a guy can do. So now I'm looking at maybe putting a vinyl one up in there. I have a chunk of vinyl. It's white, cream color. But I needed rods. I found some right here. So we'll fix that up tomorrow. Well, more rain last night. I'm gonna have to cut the lawn again. Yeah, right. So major disappointment last night. That headliner won't even fit anymore. It's all that time and fiberglass I put into it. Just a waste. So, I mean, that's quite a kick in the pants, but that's okay. I mean, a few more pieces of fiberglass and I'll have a boat. So I guess that's just gonna go to a dump because I don't have an outboard motor for it. So I dug through the pile, found this piece of vinyl. I showed it quick last night. I found some wire frames. So what I'm going to try to do is make rods that go across. I'll snap this chrome back in, I think. Snap it back on and then run the rods from it, I think, because there's no holes for the rod style supported head liner. Yeah, never done that before. Well, it's the first time for everything. I do have a fairly decent little sewing machine, so I'll have to set that up. But maybe I'll start by snapping that chrome back in and making up some rods. So here we go. Here's the piece of chrome. It's going to be hard to focus here because of the light. And I only got one hand now. So I'll try and get them all lined up here at the same time. That's part of the problem. I can't. I need two hands to do this. But that's the idea. See, that one's not. There we go. And the back one. Look at it. Yeah. Alright, well. That was this one. That was that one. A little bit crooked. Maybe that was part of the problem last night. But then that's it, right? There's none at the end here. looks straight now. And that just dead ends over in the corner there, and then the chrome goes over it, I'm guessing. Alright, well that looks pretty decent with the rubber now underneath it. So, we'll get that side on. I'm going to set it in place with two hands. Now it's ready to clip up. Yeah, that's right where it's supposed to be. And that corner just dead ends where the big chrome piece goes on it. Okay, well, let's see what we can do about some rods that go across. I think I'm going to need 4, maybe 3. I'll measure it out and see. Well, those rods are usually about 12 inches apart. So that means I'll need 1, 2, 3. That one has to be 14 because of that crossbar. And then another one. And then that'll do down to the bottom, to the back. So, I'm pretty sure I have enough here to make up 3. So, I'll make up a couple and then see how they are, and then decide on how to get some more of that rod. Well, after a fair amount of cursing and swearing and bending and cutting and chopping and welding, I got 4 rods made. They clip right into the chrome strip there. So now I gotta make a piece of vinyl with 4 pockets. Had to weld a couple together. I can't even tell which one it was anymore. Oh, I think this one here, because I see grinding marks. And there was another one, needed just a little bit on the end right there. But other than that, they're one piece. Managed to scrounge up another big long one today, so. Alright, there's that part done. Well, here we go. I got my table set up and the vinyl spread out. Sewing machine's all wired up and ready to go. Yeah, I just got to try and make a nice even stitch along that line and leave a little loop. I tried a little test piece on a chunk of green here. No, it's the rod slides through there pretty nice. That'll hold it up good and tight. That's all you'll see is just a little seam. Alright. See what happens. Well, lots of fun. We got one seam in here sewn up. I made one pass and it didn't look very good. Stitches were uneven. And then I found out about foot tension. And then I found out about a walking foot, and I looked in the little accessory box, and sure enough, there was one. So I put it on there, I cranked up the tension, and I got way better results second time around. So this is just marked up, ready to go for the second one. Well, there's the second one. It's not 100% perfect, but not too bad. So there's the first one. I just got to double check and make sure that that's 12 inches between the seams. Yep, looks like it's going to be, yeah, nice. Yeah, that walking foot, holy cow, that's pretty good. Put a piece of orange tape on there for a guideline. Couldn't see the little marks. So, yeah, 2 more to go. Alright. So that's 1, 2, 3. The next one is going to be here somewhere. How am I going to fold this? Like that, maybe. Okay, I got a 5/8 seam here, so that's 1 1/4 inches when it's doubled. And I want 12 inches from that seam right there. There's my 12, so I got to make it 12 5/8. There, and the next one will be 5/8 more, is 13 1/4. Right there. So then, yeah, from here to there will be 12, and that's the hoop, or the loop, loopity hoop. Okay, so here 12 5/8 and 13 1/4. And then one more over here. Twelve 5/8 and 13 1/4. There's a big old lumpy seam down there, so I'm going to move the whole thing down to about here. center line. And that'll be where the stitch is. Again, there's the center line. And there's the stitch line. Alright, I'll run that one through and take it from there. Well, I was able to slip all the rods in there, fairly comfortable. 2, 3, 4. That seam is going to look okay. So I got them up into the corner, up into the edge here, just inside there, and that side is about 4 or 5 inches too big. But I'm scared to cut anything off yet, because I'm at a point now where I don't really know what to do. I guess try and maybe fit it in there. I want something on the sides though. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Well, I sure hope that's right. I sewed up these ends and then pushed the rods all the way over. Got it nice and snug. And then I couldn't, the rod's right there, so I couldn't sew with the machine because the foot's in the way. So I hand stitched all those ones, and the rod's in there. The rods fit in the car before, so yeah, I trimmed off the like 4.5 in the front, and then it worked its way down to about 3 3/4. No, other way around. It was 3 3/4. Anyway, trimmed it off, and so it's pretty much ready to go in. I think we'll set the first rod in, and then oh, what am I doing here? Set the first rod in, and then get the chrome across the top, and that'll snug it down. It's long both ways, so this is more than I need in the front. And this is more than I need in the back. So after it's in place, we can screw some chrome on and hope that works. It'll look better than that, pretty sure. And better than that heap of crap I threw out in the back of the truck. Done with that. I didn't like the way it looked anyway. Alright, well, I think I'm going to have another pair of hands to help snap that up into place. So might just wait until tomorrow. Sewing machine worked good until it didn't, and I rethreaded the whole thing, and then it worked good, so something must have slipped a cog somewhere. But I was able to finish it all up. Screws all cleaned up, the mirror, all that stuff ready to go. So, yeah, tomorrow's another day.